Vadodara or Baroda has always drawn and retained cultural legacies over the years. Led by the Marathas who came miles away from the southern borders of Gujarat, they knew what it takes to keep a culture alive far away from their ancestral lands. The subjects who settled also came from different regions while maintaining their respective temple traditions and customs. The trading and agrarian communities were at the forefront in the towns and cities of the ruling state when it came to supporting and engaging in public rituals. That Mother Nature is supreme is best symbolized by worshipping of energy and power or Shakti in the form of various goddesses. All of this comes to the fore during the 9 festive nights of the Navratra. It is well known that the female form which brings life into the world is worshipped during these 9 nights. Festivities that celebrate keep the devotees and the audience awake the entire night. The Garbhas having dances in unstoppable concentric loops around the goddess is symbolic, especially in Vadodara. The female energy comes alive during those 9 nights. But what is lesser known is some of Vadodara's men celebrate Navratri exclusively by paying their homage in 2 distinct ways. First, by having an only men's Garba at the Ambe Matani Pod for all the 9 nights, and the second, by presenting Bhavai folk performances at various goddess temple premises in and around the city. It is as if the men folk seek special attention from the goddesses with the promise of entertaining her the entire night for being so righteous round the year. The 2 communities in Vadodara, Kachiyapatels and the Kansaras, have taken upon themselves to keep the Bhavai tradition alive. The Kachiyapatel community, who are in the business of vegetable trading for the past 2 centuries, lead the Bhavai on the 3rd night of Navratri. It is held at the Verai Mata temple, located behind the Khanderao market near Gurudwara. This community also repeats the performance on the 8th night at the Tulja Bhavani temple, located about 30 kilometers away at Ranu. The highlight of their Bhavai is inclusion of the eunuchs from the Baranpura Akhada in their performances. The mutual devotion to the goddess and respect during the performances by the men and eunuchs is heartwarming and portrays inclusivity in our functional societies. Their performances are ably supported by the Bhavaiyas or professional Bhavai artists from North Gujarat. The Kansara community, who are into the business of metal utensil wares, have their own Bhavai held on the 6th night in the premises of Raj Rajeshwar temple near Mandvi. The temple is just opposite the Kansara Pod on MG Road. They too conduct their Bhavai on similar storylines but have trained performers from their own community. It is indeed commendable from the men of both these communities who go over and beyond their daily routines to continue the tradition of serving the goddess in her various forms. It is their faith, they say, that makes them do it with utmost devotion. And they are also ensuring the next generation keeps the traditions alive. The Heritage Trust of Baroda recently provided a letter of appreciation to the stalwarts of these communities, notably Shri Sailesh Bhai Purohit and Shri Chandravadan Patel of the Kachiyapatel community, along with Shri Lala Bhai Kansara and Shri Rohit Bhai Kansara of the Kansara Panch. During our conversations with them, led by Vadodara's own P.S. Chari, a theatre director, artist and an educator, we unearthed the stories behind their passion and performances over the years. Their exclusive interviews will be covered in the second part of this documentary. Let us learn about this art form. Bhavai is a popular folk theatre form in Gujarat with a 700-year-old history. The word Bhavai derives its meaning from a combination of two words, Bhav meaning emotion and Vahini meaning carrier. This art form came into being during the times when Gujarat was ruled by the Sultanate. Hence, a mix of Hindi, Urdu and Gujarati is often found in its dialogues. Many stories are woven along the experiences of Asaith Thakkar, who is seen as the father of Bhavai. He began writing short plays satirizing the social evils and taboos of those times. Bhavai's original aim was mass awareness and entertainment. It evolved to have an open-air style with simple storylines and exaggerated acting. One night of performance includes several skits being performed and are called Vesha. Music, dance and vernacular humor are highlights of any Bhavai Vesha. While actors of different backgrounds learn and perform Bhavai today, it was the male members of the Bhavaiya community who were the sole performers of Bhavai for most of its history. Bhavai makes use of numerous musical instruments: bhongad, tabla, kansi joda, jhanj, sarangi and harmonium. Of these, the bhongad is unique to Bhavai. It is a thin, horn-like instrument made of copper. Apart from the length, the male and female bhongad vary in their pitch. These are played to announce the arrival of important characters and for major scene changes. However, it is increasingly rare to find artists capable of playing bhongad and also to maintain them. Bhavai was not seen merely as a means of entertainment, but also as a platform for the community to gather and socialize and acknowledge the social evils. Despite its ritual significance and a number of mythological plays in its repertory, Bhavai as a folk dramatic form is known for subtle criticism laced with pungent humor. Preparation for the night's performance start after sunset. Performers arrive in the chanchar or temple courtyard with their dresses and makeup. First, the troop leader known as Nayak draws a trident symbolizing goddess Amba with red kumkum powder on an east-facing wall. He then lights an earthen lamp and troop members chant prayers to invoke the goddess's blessings. The opening act of the performance is the Ganapatino Vesh, which is in accordance with the traditional Hindu practice of invoking the blessings of Lord Ganesha at the start of any task. Through the rest of the night, multiple Vesha are performed. The choice of Vesha is done considering the audience and local preferences, availability of actors, and specific time of the year or occasion. A pair of jesters use sarcasm and popular references to make jokes at the expense of society and matrimony. Bhavai in recent times is considered lowbrow entertainment due to its stereotypical image of exaggerated acting and brazen humor. Despite attempts by theatre groups to popularize Bhavai in urban centres by staging street plays, it is still restricted to rural areas. Efforts are being made to safeguard it by using modern themes. As an ancient form, it has functioned as a counter voice in a society marked by caste and class distinctions, by subverting the social norms of cultural elite. With the many social and economic changes in our society, Bhavai finds itself outdated and obsolete. But in the absence of a major movement towards its genuine revival, Bhavai appears as a cultural relic of a bygone era, kept alive by ethnic communities in pockets of Gujarat. Vadodara is proudly one of them.